Hello. All right. Oh, ah. All right. Give me 1 second. And we're back. All right. Wow. Well, yeah, man, we're doing our thing. Like I said, man, when it comes to this business, man, you gotta, you gotta be able to, keep your cool, man. You gotta be able to have a thick skin because there's gonna be a lot of folks that say a lot of things all over social media. That's the number one thing that I've noticed, especially with this new generation stuff. It's just ridiculous. I mean, you can't even have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like realistically, you can't have a conversation. Like, you know what I mean? And it's funny. You know, it's entertaining. I look at it all as a learning experience. I don't, I don't take things personally. I don't let things bother me. That's what it takes in this business. That's what it takes. It is a business. It's fun and it's for fun, but it is also a business. And I'm just realizing, like, in today's day and age, yeah, you got to come on here prepared and get ready because it's just different. It's just the way that it is now, sadly. And it is sad, but, we teach people the right thing. We teach them about respect. Why am I hearing another one? Where is it? I hear another little one. It's probably the little guy. But yeah, you gotta you gotta know how to deal with things properly and handle everything the right way on here. You gotta come correct. You know what I mean? It's not an easy business to run or easy business to have. You're gonna hear a whole lot of different things. You're gonna see a whole lot of different things. And that's the thing. Like, that's never been an issue for me. It's just that what I do is very real. I'm very serious. So it's like two different walks, kind of coming into the same world, and it is what it is. But it's easy for me because I don't really approach this stuff emotionally. It's all business to me, and I'm having fun. You know what I mean? I notice a difference when I'm totally cleaned up, like right now. I might have missed a couple of spots, like I told you, like right there. It's all good. I'll fix that up. But you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I can see the responses that I'm going to get already. What folks don't get, and I'm real big on like trying to figure out how it all works, and figure out the responses I'm going to get a little bit, because then I can see what it is, you know. But yeah, you've got a lot of you know negative Nancy's and Debbie Downers on social media, and it's just a part of the game. You got to learn how to be able to listen and just let folks talk. Let them talk. You know what I mean? Let them talk. Let them say what they want. If they feel some way, or if they and they feelings, are they unhappy? That's a personal thing. It has nothing to do with me. You feel me? So I don't take stuff personally. You know what I mean? At all, especially at this point, because I realize the level I'm getting to, fame wise, everything is all real. I mean, it's an actual level. There's levels to this, like they always tell you. There's levels to this. Meek Mill want to rap about levels, but he's completely told what to do. He's a Mason. He sold his soul to the devil. I mean, come on, bro. And I mean, all the facts are right in front of us. Like I said, like you know, I'm who can actually protect and help these rappers. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's not about how I feel personally. I have a job to do, which is to protect people and help. And I told them day one, it's a service to the community. It's not something I have to do. It's something that I chose to do and want to do. And it's very real. You know what I mean? So we just keep on moving forward. When it comes to this new stuff, folks aren't going to know what it is yet. It takes time. They telling me I got, everybody, like my name is buzzing. Everybody's talking about me, like everywhere. I'm talking about all over the internet, even. So it's like, good, that's what we want without trying. That was never my intention. I wasn't even trying to do that. But if that comes with the territory and everything I'm accomplishing and done, then that's good. You know what I mean? Folks just got to understand what it is. We all about our respect over here. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. Like when you get, I'm telling you, this is the way the totem pole works in the pecking order. First of all, I'm at the top of the pecking order always, right? I'm ahead of all the millennials in wealth, knowledge, power, everything. I mean, the money I've made and spent, they couldn't even come close. So it's like things are not what people say. And that's my only point. If people say, oh, he's struggling, when? It's not struggling to be retired. I'm going to be 40 in 4 years and I'm aging backwards. I mean, if this is struggling, look at me. I haven't aged a day. I mean, I'm literally aging backwards. I'm getting younger every day. I mean, if being an immortal vampire is struggling and having all the equity and being wealthy and being the real Batman and already have made and spent all the money, which again in turn would make perfect sense, right? If I'm an immortal vampire, which God told me that I'm immortal, wouldn't I spend my money when I'm young? Because I'm going to get it back. And I got, like, what do you mean? I got all the time in the world to make more money, right? Folks is funny, man. Folks be talking and saying things, but they have a hard time listening. You ever notice that? Like, what? I got all the time in the world, man. That's what y'all don't get. Real talk, 100%. It's not how I see it. It's just what it is. I'm not trying to prove anything. This is what God wanted for me. I'm very humble. I barely talk about things, but yeah, I'm an immortal vampire. So spending my money when I'm young, cool. And I'm aging backwards. So God gonna give me a lot more money to spend. I mean, that's my thing. These folks is sitting on social media all day, trying to get their little money, do their thing selfishly. And most of them, like I said, especially that millennial generation, they paying rent. They mooching. They got to keep on making their little money so they can barely get by. That's why they all in their feelings. They don't even understand the concept of ownership. Okay, this is a new generation. Don't know how to do nothing. That's the truth. They want to act like they're in charge, and you're just a new generation that ain't in charge and doesn't know how to be in charge. You know what I mean? It's just the truth. I'm sorry, but it's reality. You know what I mean? So it's like, like we grown folks over here for real, like, I don't know. People talk a lot, but talk is cheap. Words don't mean nothing. It's all about the results. It's about how you get down, what you actually do and produce. Like I said, I already made and spent more money than your entire government. I'm not some new guy in the game. So, like I said, we got these new generations want to discuss me and this and that online. It's always online. It's never in front of me. I mean, okay. none of it's real because you're not coming from a real place. You're not acknowledging and doing your research on who I am and what I've actually done and accomplished, which is a whole lot. That's what folks don't get. Like in my book, I'm just getting started. You know what I mean? I'm just barely getting started. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing, bro. I'm after a whole different type of goal. I'm in a different setting and time zone than you. Time to me don't even exist. It's irrelevant at this point. Real talk. So that's what I'm saying. Like, not in a rush or a hurry. I just like to get things going, you know? Like, I have all the patience in the world, but like I've been extremely patient, for decades and years and years. I'm gonna keep being patient, but I'm just saying, we got to get this show on the road. What the hell was that? Hold up. Why do I have such little battery right now? What I'm trying to understand. I'm at 64% for some reason. But yeah, man, you're gonna have people all over the place, man, who feel some way, say this and that, blah blah blah. It's all irrelevant. You know what I mean? We just got to stay focused and keep on doing us. I'm sure them dance videos are gonna do numbers. That's what I'm saying. Like, people know this is what I do for a living. Like, people are figuring it out already. Like, yeah, he's a creator. Like, I built all this by myself. So there's no school for this. They can't teach you this. You just have to know how to do it. And it ain't just this. You got to be an entrepreneur. That's why them other folks they want to say are YouTubers keep making huge mistakes. See, if Jake Paul was a seasoned veteran like me in the game and in the streets, and a real dude that ever went through anything, it wasn't just an entitled millennial, right? He would have known better and never put himself in that position. That's what folks is looking at it like, and they gonna look at it like that. Like, this was your own decision. You chose to do this because you was trying to prove a point to yourself instead of proving the point holistically the right way. You get what I'm saying? Like, he never belonged in that weight class in the first place. He's not that type of dude. I took a look at him the other day on the video of it with Anthony Joshua. He's a very small guy. He's not built. He's not big. You could, they tried to beef him up and get him to look big, but you have no definition in your arms. There's no muscle. Jake Paul has like zero muscle mass. Anthony Joshua, y'all try to overplay, like, the fact that he's in shape and whatever. Like, I mean, yeah, he looks like a typical Olympic athlete. You know what I mean? Is he in good shape? Yeah. I mean, nothing that I couldn't outdo, for real. So, I mean, y'all be looking at this and that, and they so quick to want to give them the victory because of the favoritism going on that no one wants to talk about, that we see every day. Y'all all over these apps. Y'all live off the government. All y'all live off Section 8. Y'all have every opportunity, and then somehow they all still bitter, and then they feelings and got something to say while they hide on social media. Tell me when I'm live. Ain't never done nothing tough in the past 500,000 years. Okay? All this land belonged to me. They never done anything tough, never been tough, look silly on camera every day, but they just keep on getting favored. And then they play the same card and still whine and complain. But everything is geared towards giving you every opportunity because all you do is whine. Tell me when I'm lying. That's the truth. That's the truth. None of y'all got the heart to say for some odd reason. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Folks don't have the power. They ain't about nothing. The whole world know that. And you women too. I don't know what's up with you so-called women, but you have no loyalty to your own or nothing. I don't know what's up with not being proud of who you are. I guess, all that narcissism running rampant, so people operating out of shame. So they're not proud of who they are. But like over here, we proud of who we are. We don't play them games at all. You know what I mean? We ain't hearing none of that. We ain't hearing your rhetoric. We ain't hearing that fake talk. We're proud of who we are, and you should be too. You should take a long, hard look in the mirror and realize who the hell you are and stick to it. I'm all about culture and diversity and all that. And I come from that for real. And I mean, even me, I don't act like y'all. I mean, like, it just don't make no sense. You see everybody else, they support themselves. They do. They support themselves. They support their own. But y'all got some kind of problem supporting your own. Why? I don't understand. The fact is that the so-called women are just completely unfair, and it's because they're all in their feelings over absolutely nothing and wrapped around whatever illusion and delusion they're entertaining that doesn't exist. And y'all need to get over yourself, because like I said, that's the problem. We can't build men in this community because the women just have no idea what's going on. We need women in order to be able to build men. It's just a fact. So when we have all the so-called women and they grown women and they all in their feelings on social media every day, right? And just sitting there doing nothing or working your little fake 9 to 5 that you ain't gonna get nowhere doing, instead of finding you a real man, right? Then we wonder why we have all these beta males like Red Pill and simps like Rob Rack. That's why. That's exactly why. You feel me? Golly, bro, can we take any longer? Let's just take all day now. I got all the time in the world now. Y'all taking forever. All right, that's what I'm saying. It's the self-absorbed entitlement. You know what I mean? I sure as hell hope I'm all right out here, because I can't even see what's out here. I'm trying to see. I felt something. Should be fun. This is where they at too. But yeah, no, I mean, folks got to really get over themselves. It's just that simple. Till then, I don't know what y'all expect, man. I'm trying to build men and women. Yeah, my light's on. We trying to build men and women and help this world to grow. And, we're just going to have to come in and change everything. We're going to have to tell the millennials what it is. And it's just that simple. I can already see it. You know what I mean? Because y'all all have an opinion. This is why all this stuff happening. Y'all can't even congregate, right? Like, look at what happened with Charlie Kirk. Y'all can't even congregate and have basic functions together. And then you wonder why folks ain't trying to be around you. That's what they be like. Like, oh, yeah, I want to be a rapper. You want to perform in front of all these millennials? You go ahead. I ain't doing it. It makes no sense. Why would you walk into a situation like that? Same thing with Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. He could have thought, if he was a thinking man and was smart, which you can tell he ain't, he would have thought ahead and said, I'm not going to even put myself in this position. If you weren't ready, I mean, your brother, Logan Paul's trying to blame it on lack of conditioning. Well, you had all the time in the world to condition and get ready. So, I mean, that just sounds like excuses to me, brother. How you going to have all that so-called fake money on the line, right? And then what do? I told you this is what Masons do. Make up fake digits, and they already came up with an excuse. Oh, Anthony Joshua lost $420 million. Bro, it's impossible to lose $420 million. Okay? He didn't get paid a dime, and they make up a fake excuse because the Masons got to shape it for the sheep public, just like I told you, to not pay them. They don't pay any of them. They just had a guy get like a settlement, and it made the news that the government ordered him to pay it back, like over $1 million or millions of dollars. This happens every day, bro. This system does not pay out. I hope you understand that. Vegas doesn't pay out. The lottery doesn't exist. You're all going to stay poor forever because you're not listening. The government is not giving you no money, bro. I don't care who you is. Nobody. It's all fake. They've been lying to y'all since day one. The government lies. They don't serve the interest of the people. You understand? The way they stay in power is through lies. Because if the people knew the truth, right? Common sense. You know what I mean? Then the people would rise up. You understand? So come on, bro. We're here to educate the public and make sure people understand what's really going on out here and what's real, man. This ain't about money. Okay, we outdid these folks a long time ago, like Tupac said. If this was chess, we would have been yelled checkmate because we've been defeated them. Facts. They ain't even come close. There was never even competition, these Masons and the fake Illuminati. Boy, stop it. Get real. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Much love.